Living in a daydream. Ooh, such a sweet thing. Life on the big screen. It's such a beautiful scene, yeah.
Welcome back to the kitchen, everyone.
Oh.
We are continuing last week's episode. Do you want to put the sweatshirt on or no?
I think we're well
this
past that.
We were doing part 2 of last week's Ask Us Anything. We had so much content from last week, and our cameras were dying. We're filming this below a piano recital studio, and so a lot of things. But this is part 2. We're going to do some more questions that you guys submitted and just rattle them off. And this will be a quicker episode, but last week was fun. Or the last half an hour was fun.
Yeah.
Starting off hot from Vinyography.
Okay. Vinyography?
Vinyography.
What a name.
Great. Clever.
Great name. Yeah.
Nate did Nate Tian, but he combined the T and the E.
One of my biggest regrets.
Which I always just thought, like, yeah, Nate Tian, because I know him, but I never knew until people started telling me when they meet him. Man. Like, yeah, I always thought your name was Nate Ahan.
Ahan.
Because he also kind of looks Middle Eastern. And Ahan sounds Middle Eastern to me.
I thought I was being so clever because when I introduce myself, it's always, because my full name's Nathaniel. I went by Nathan until I was like in 6th grade, and then I thought it was cool to go by Nate. But when I introduce myself, I say, oh, my name's Nate Tian. It's like, it just blends together to, it sounds like my name is Nay, last name Tian. Hey, my name's Nate Tian. So I just blended them together, the last 2 letters of Nate and the first 2 letters of Tian to be Nate Tian. But
and
now,
everyone thought his last name was Ahan.
when you see it spelled, it's Nate Ahan film.
And
it's
people
just
ask
like,
me, because they want to be mean to him, so they come to me, how do you say his name? I'm always like, oh, Tiahan. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Tiahan. Like Nate Tiahan. I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah, so when people ask for my thing, I have to be like, yeah, my name is Nate Ahan film. Anyway.
Classic.
Anyway.
So Vinyography.
Great word.
Clever.
Vinyography.
I like it. Do you only shoot weddings as your primary source of income?
Yeah.
No. Well,
What?
well, we do like corporate, like
Well, yeah. But like weddings are
weddings are the big
bread
one.
and butter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Education that come from
Right.
the weddings as
Right.
well. This guy also says he wants to eventually do it full time.
Nice.
Yeah, I think there's power in focusing on one. People always kind of want to do like everything at once. Athletic videos. Yeah, there's a nice beat going on
I know.
upstairs.
Now that I know it's a drum set.
Yeah. They want to do like wedding videos, corporate videos, and I do believe in like pick one that you feel like you're best at or you love the most, and go all in and start your network, start your clientele, and you'll have a lot more success quicker if the goal is to go full time.
Yeah, I agree.
Why did you choose the wedding industry instead of commercial, music videos, movies, and etc.? Why did you choose weddings?
Man, I can't remember who said this, but I completely agree. Weddings are the gateway drug.
Yeah.
There's just so much of it.
Mm-hmm.
Easiest to get in, easiest to shoot. First, it's like, it's way easier to be like, oh yeah, I have a friend who's getting married.
Lowest standards.
Yeah, it's got the lowest barrier of entry.
Yeah.
That's the best way of saying it. And so from there, we've known a lot of people who got into the wedding industry space, and they shot weddings, and like, I hate it, but they pivoted to commercial work, and they're killing it. I'd say we just kind of stuck it out. We decided, I don't want to do commercials as much. We just want to focus on bigger weddings.
Yeah, pretty much the same. I loved weddings from the start. Had a spell where I was kind of burnt out by them, but I love them. I think I love event videography.
Yeah, event
lot.
videography, yeah.
Weddings, event. I really enjoy it. I think it's
Right.
fun.
Same.
And I think in this industry, in any job, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did Chappelle say? Like, the job is the job, be fun.
Yeah.
And I think I can be the most fun, be myself the most doing weddings.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I just refreshed my questions, Nathan. We have a lot.
Enjoy.
Not a ton more, just a little bit more. Oh, from Kobe Ball Film. Rest in peace, Kobe.
R.I.P.
Crazy to have that as your username.
Yeah, it was just his birthday the other day, I saw.
Yeah. What music have you been listening to recently?
What music?
Yeah.
I mean, should I play it? I don't know, but
Copyright.
I know. I am just a fan of some house beats. I don't know. I like
a house beat
music.
guy. Yeah.
I just like the
Chill
vibe.
vibes.
I like the vibe.
Recently, Madonna for me.
Really?
Like a Prayer from Deadpool and Wolverine. But I have that thing on a repeat.
Dude, I will tell you, when we were in Italy, you were sick. You were sick on the cruise. But the day we almost missed it back to the cruise
Yeah, the
from
sweaty,
Pisa.
the running day.
From Pisa, yeah. No, the day before that.
Okay.
And we had to get the taxi driver.
Yeah.
And we paid the taxi driver a lump sum of money to get us from Pisa to Livorno quick. In the car, he was blasting just like Travis Scott and Lil Uzi and stuff. And he played one song called Money Longer by Lil Uzi. And I saved it just so I could remember the vibe of that moment. But low key now when I'm driving around, I'm just like listening to Lil Uzi.
Dude,
even though I don't
Travis's
even like
best
Lil
song.
Uzi.
I don't want to like sing it, but it's like it starts with that da 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 da.
I don't know.
It's like his big song. Da na 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 na.
Made this here with all the ice up in the boat.
Yeah, that's Travis, right?
Outside. Yeah, that's Travis.
Yeah, what song is that?
Yeah. Why can't I think? Sicko Mode.
Sicko
That
Mode.
song does
'Cause
go
it's the
hard.
King K
Yeah,
song.
it's the King K rule edit, man. That song
That's
does go
the
hard.
song, guys. Look up Google YouTube search King K Rule
Sicko Mode.
Sicko Mode Smash.
If you play Smash, if you even appreciate Smash, this is one of the best videos you can ever watch.
It'll make you want to be a King K man.
Gosh, gets me so hyped.
What's your favorite from Reed Shepherd Films? What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie? I do not like Adam Sandler.
Hey, that's all right.
I love him in Happy Gilmore. I
I was about to
love
say-
him in The Wedding Singer. I love him in Bedtime Stories. I love him
Bedtime Stories
in
was a
Uncut Gems,
classic.
actually. And I love him in Grown Ups.
I grew up on Mr. Deeds and Billy Madison.
Okay, yeah, that's the one.
Billy Madison.
Oh, you
so
showed me
funny.
Waterboy.
Waterboy is hilarious. Okay, that's a top contender
Yeah.
too. Waterboy or Billy Madison, I'd say.
Yeah. I think Grown Ups is my favorite video.
Grown Ups
movie
is a
of
good
his,
one.
Yeah. And Happy Gilmore. Not a huge Adam Sandler fan. Daniel Tionov. I want to be the director, DP, and actor of my short film. What would you suggest? You got to lose one of those.
Director, actor, and DP.
You got to lose one of those. Yeah. Well, no. You should have a really good cameraman who understands your vision. A camera operator, because you can still light it and set choose a lens and set the scene and direct it and jump in. But in my opinion, you want someone who you trust behind the camera with your vision articulated beautifully. And I would hire probably a co-director.
Yeah.
Make your life easier. Joe Fly Video. Can you give a LUT? Me, how do you, como se dice catástrofes? Oh, catastrophes.
Catastrophe.
It's in Spanish. Catástrofes. Catastrophes
Let me see it.
on the left.
On the left.
By my thumb.
Bottom left.
By my thumb.
That's the right.
Oh. Catastrophes?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Sorry, bro. I can't give
sorry.
you a LUT. If I gave you a LUT, then I'd be broke.
Yeah.
So,
It's our
and the
lifeblood.
circle goes round and around. Sorry, man. Give you a discount, though, if that helps. That's the best I can do. Logan from Logan. That's actually his name.
Logan Mono.
Cheyenne says you guys have to reply to my email.
Man, crazy.
We will.
It's been a month.
Michael G. Visuals. Best advice for beginner solo wedding videographer that has decent gear, like A7 IV with gear. So best advice to a wedding videographer about gear, a beginner. It doesn't matter. Buy audio equipment.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what camera you have.
Audio,
Buy audio equipment.
Audio and lighting, I'd say, are huge ones
Yeah.
that really elevate your films.
Start off, buy a recorder. If you're on a budget, they just announced the Zoom H1.
Oh, yeah.
2 inputs,
32-bit.
32-bit float,
Yeah.
and it's only $150.
Yeah. That's huge.
I think that's a must.
Yeah.
As an audio recorder device. And then buy at least 2 Tascams.
Yep.
Tascam DR10Ls.
Yep.
Probably $300 for the combo.
Probably, yeah.
I think for $450, that will greatly improve your films drastically. And if you want to be really good, drop another 100, buy a TX660.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, audio and lighting. I
Yeah.
think that's probably the biggest thing.
Like if you only have $500, I would seriously spend it all on audio and then
Yeah,
budget again and do lighting after
Yeah.
that.
I agree.
Tyler James Danner. Ooh, I like this one. Is shooting in log actually worth it?
Ooh. No, not at all.
Tell me what we've been doing with our drone.
I'm glad this question was brought up. And this is actually catching me at a very funny point in time too, because I just don't feel the need to shoot in log as much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we don't shoot in log with our drone. We have the DJI Mavic 3 Cine.
We just think it looks crappy.
Right, it's a great drone, 5.1K and like D-Log, and whenever we shoot with it, it looks good, but it always looks grainy. And so we started shooting in standard, and we realized this when we were teaching our drone course, and we're like, yeah, look at how much better log looks than standard. And then we actually went out and shot it, and we just said, hang on, standard looks way better. Yeah. So yeah, we only shoot in standard with our camera, with our drone. But yeah, just after shooting with Will, doesn't shoot in log. And then he was telling me how 87 and Smith doesn't shoot in log.
A lot
They're
don't.
S in a tone, like Adam Grumbo doesn't shoot in log. Like, you just don't need it.
And here's the reason. I think, and I'll speak for them maybe, but I think one, you either want to just keep your workflow simple and sped up, or two, what we're learning is that like planners just like want footage, and it'd be so much
quick.
easier if we didn't shoot in log to just say like, yeah, here are all the clips.
Yeah.
You can give to your social media team.
Yeah.
But then you might be arguing, oh, well, that could be a value for you to edit for them. It's
Right,
like, yeah, but
right.
like,
Yeah, just
sometimes you just want to be the guy who says, like, yeah, here you go.
quick.
And they already have a team and they like their stuff, and you don't want to be the guy who's like a hostaging footage. You're like, yeah, give it to your team. My
Yeah.
pleasure.
And it's just such a mess when they do ask about clips. Oh, well, it's shot in something called log, and it's just like
Can't even
oh.
open it on QuickTime.
Yeah, you can't open it on quick. Like it's just annoying. And even with log, when you color space transform it or conversion LUT or whatever you do, that's like 90% of the way there. And then you do some tweaks and adjustments. And if you really want to be a colorist,
Yep.
then log is great. Most of us don't want to be. And so just shooting in standard and then slapping a little LUT on there, 100% of the way, like you're done.
Yeah.
Log, you just, do some minor adjustments, which can set you apart, yes, but
I only shoot in log because I think the FX3's strength is its log. One of its big strengths is its log. It's dynamic range, which goes further in log. And then two, Gamut makes log so easy for me.
Yeah.
Like I love Gamut's conversion LUT. But I think the most important thing is to know why you're shooting in log.
yeah.
Log, you shouldn't just do it because I hate when people think. I saw this one guy posted. I'm sorry if you're listening to this and like you're a fan, but I saw this kid post and he said like me coloring Rex 09 footage, and it's like and it's like me coloring log footage. I'm like, but that's not the point. Like color, like dynamic range and color depth, or what's it called? Because I'm in a brain fog. Different, right? Like yes, log can help you have better colors, but like the purpose of log is to increase the dynamic range of your highlights and shadow contrast. And to do that, all it does is remove contrast and saturation so that your highlights and shadow information in your camera are better. And then when you're in post, all you're doing is adding in back contrast and back saturation, nothing really else. And so I just get so bothered when people think that like log is like the way to have better colors, where it's not. Log is to help you do exposure better if you're shooting in high dynamic range scenarios. But then, to disagree with that, if you understand exposure, like Adam, Will, 87 and Smith, and you expose your highlights, you're great. And then you might have like a shot where it's like, oh wow, there's a lot of contrast and I can't really show the shadows as much.
Right.
But like 95% of the time, you don't need it. You don't care.
You don't need it.
And so I think I only shoot in log, one, because we're in an educational space and I feel like I need to shoot in log to like know that thing.
Yeah.
And two,
Stay on top of
FX3
it.
has great log.
It does. And in log, the FX3, the 12,800 ISO.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
But
know.
I hate people who shoot in log because they think they have to.
Right.
You don't.
Right. You don't. And like even just barely when we did that BTS for Duet, I shot that all in standard and it was
Yeah.
a dream. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It was so fast, so easy to edit. And guess what? the planner didn't notice.
No.
And they posted it the next day.
I do think log, like Nate says, is for like the kind of the guys who geek out about like color science and, and color grading and exposure and perfect everything. And if that's not you, then why are you doing it?
Yeah.
You know?
If you love coloring, sure.
I think if you're out to shoot edits, they'd love you to stop shooting in log.
Yeah.
Actually. Great question. Lou.chong. How you doing? Faithful DMer. Key to getting into the luxury market with planners without any contacts. Get contacts.
That's the sad
That's
way. I guess how to get those contacts.
Make face.
Yeah, that's the real question, is how to get those contacts.
Join networking groups, offer value, like and comment and DM. Don't overly DM, but like and comment. Just be relevant to them.
Mm-hmm.
Get your name. You have to, and our mentors, Larev, told us this. It's not just who you know. It's more importantly who knows you. You need them to know your name.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. I don't know anyone who has been put into the luxury space that didn't have an in.
Yeah.
Didn't,
Agreed.
just stumble in there.
Yeah.
Unless, can you think of somebody?
Yes. No, I'm just being rude.
But I mean,
Again,
in that case, the in probably was like the couple.
The in was no, they did have an in. It's always an in. Find an in. Desiree Barney. Wow, about to get deep here.
Oh gosh.
What is the most important thing in your life and why?
Most important
My
thing
girls,
in my life.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say it's an
Family. Family
It's
first.
an easy answer. I was just trying to see if it was going to be.
No. Yeah. My wife, my girl,
Family.
my baby girl. Yeah.
It's cool having your own family.
Yeah. Nothing more important to me.
Like me and Kayla, like we say our family, but it's really just us, But now you have like a baby girl, so like you legit have like a family.
Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. And that's why I joke about going to the Megaplex, because I'm so tired of leaving my two
You
girls.
just drive 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
They can visit me at work.
Since since day one, it's always. I mean, that was part of our brand designer when we sat down and had our meeting about Runaway Vows. It's like, what's the most important thing? And it was easiest thing, which is family. As cliche it is, as it is. It just is.
Nate and I will never take a job.
Yeah.
Ever, if it comes before our families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Whatever that means. It could mean a lot of different things, but
yeah,
family. Yeah. We'll let that one be. Vision Forward Media. So this is interesting. As a username, I thought it said Vision for War Media. A terrorist organization posing as a videographer. There's a D in there.
Vision for
And
War.
D can make a difference. Someone pointed out that our Runaway Vows.
Yeah, sure.
Which goes perfectly into my next thing. Runaway Vows education is Runaway Vows seduction.
Which is one letter off.
Yeah, crazy.
What did War Media say? Vision for War.
It's actually a gear question. I'm not crazy interested. What's our take on the 90D?
On the what?
The 90D.
The 90D. I don't know
Is that
much
an old
about,
one?
I don't know. The last one I had was the Canon 80D. I don't know.
Old, right?
Yeah, that was like in 2019.
I think the principle
2018.
to compete in 2024,
2017?
I do think you need to have a full frame.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
7
I'll
years
say
ago.
that. A full frame,
Yeah.
4K, 60 frames camera.
Full frame. I mean,
Super 35 is different.
C70. Oh,
I think APS-C. Yeah, I do.
Hmm.
Well, APS-C is fine.
4K 60.
Yeah, I think 4K 60 actually.
Okay.
I think there are great cameras
Yeah.
that do our crop actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't- I
I
don't-
take it.
I
I take
don't-
it back. Yeah.
I don't think the 90D does that.
No, 4K 60 I think is a
Yeah,
standard.
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
And not just that, I think dynamic range since the 80D and the 90D series
Mhm.
has gotten so much better.
Right.
Like even if you expose for your highlights, it's just the shadows are like black.
Yeah.
So new to photography. This is from Justin Vanderhoff. New to wedding photography. Best advice for making it less stressful. Also love your YouTube. Thank you.
Well, we're not photographers.
Mm-hmm. talking about was it last week or 2 weeks ago we talked about anxiety?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Watch our episode from 2 weeks ago. Probably titled
What did we talk about?
Politics or
What
something.
did we talk
It'll have
about?
politics in the title.
Literally 2 hours ago.
It'll have politics in the title.
It wasn't even 2 weeks ago.
15-year-olds in politics is what we'll call it. No, good question. How do you make it less stressful? The quickest answer, I think, is putting in 1,000 hours.
Yep. Doing it a lot.
Getting the unknown known as fast as possible. That's the right answer. The other answers are little hacks, getting a timeline, memorizing it, putting it on your phone.
Yeah, showing up well ahead of time.
Always showing up early.
Yep.
Over communicating your first few weddings.
Yep.
Photography, I think, is way more stressful to get into than videography because I think it's more on you.
Yeah, you got to have the personality. You got to be able to boss people around.
Yeah.
Know that it's not personal. You're just doing your job.
Mm-hmm. I'd say overshoot your first few weddings.
Just everything. Yeah, just getting in the 1,000 reps. It's kind of brute force, honestly. You just got to do it as many times as you can.
And like genuinely, I think one of my biggest things was like joining a community of people. Like I joined Full-Time Filmmaker. I joined Facebook groups. I made friends with you and some other guys. And I just wanted to like be in the world quick and learn the language quick. So I didn't feel like I was being copped to speed ever. And that seriously helped. So if you want to join our Facebook group, we'll link it below. But amazing community. Next question, actually, it's pretty much the same question from Naomi. Did you struggle in the beginning with this job? Take that as like a lifestyle struggle or as a style or a skill struggle.
I don't think I struggled. Maybe it's just because my approach is a little different because I was always treating it as like a
side thing,
right? So it was just like a weekend thing to go get some extra money during college. I never really felt like it was just like on my shoulders that it had to work. And I feel like, I don't know, there's two camps. There are the people that just dive head first, and it has to work. And then there's the other camp that has a full-time job and they're trying to transition into full-time. For the people who do have a full-time job and they're trying to transition, I don't see a need for you to be like super stressed about it. The idea is that once you get to the point where you have enough work to take over your full-time job, then you can transition. And by that point, hopefully you've got enough repetitions in where you just know how to handle it. It's a business.
Yeah.
If you do dive in head first, then yeah, I would say it's probably a little difficult, just the adjustment and just that kind of like shock of this is it, like it has to work.
Yeah.
It's a different adjustment because a lot of our weekends are gone, which is
That's been a struggle.
That is a struggle. Still
that's
to
a
this
struggle.
day. That still is.
Because you like, oh, you have your week, but it's like, yeah, but you want to do weekend stuff.
You're
on
your
the
own
weekend.
boss, you know, but yeah, you're working weekends.
You want your Saturday to be your Saturday.
You do.
You know?
Yeah.
Even though it can be your Monday, it's just like, yeah, but
Everyone else is working on Monday.
it's just, yeah.
The whole world is.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, yeah, I think the struggle was just like the financial stress of like making sure month to month. No, I kind of was always excited about this job more so than I felt like it was a struggle. I think the struggle was when I was working 3 jobs, this being one of them. That was stressful until it wasn't. And just having to balance expectations and be your best for all 3.
Right.
This is from a V6T, weird username. What do you do? What do you advise me to choose cheap gear to start making film? I think we've answered this question a couple of times now over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 hours.
Get a camera that can shoot 4K 60 and invest in good audio gear.
Yeah.
Timeless Ivory Films. When is your workshop coming to Sydney?
Sydney, Australia. I mean, earliest it would be is 2026.
Maybe 2027. Sydney's a hard one.
Sydney's a
36-hour
tough one.
travel for us.
It is a long day of traveling. And we already have this year, we're going to Ireland next month. We're going to Morocco the year after that. And I just don't see us planning Sydney before Morocco. So earliest it would be is legit
That's actually crazy
2026.
that our calendar's already full
Yeah.
of workshops that way.
Yeah. Unless we just want to do a
No,
content day.
it literally would be 2020.
I'm dead serious. Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Avengers Doomsday comes out, we'll
Yeah. What's the
unless we book a wedding in Sydney,
Yeah,
we
that's the
might
other.
double dip
Yeah.
because I probably won't
Yeah.
go there again in the same decade.
So give us your wedding planners.
Yeah. Divinefilms.co. Have you encountered any films that impacted you more deeply now that you're a dad? Yeah. I think I told this to you.
Wedding films or just films? Probably
Films. Just films.
just anything.
Yeah.
The Avengers.
Everything. 2 stories. The first one, we just shot a wedding. My first wedding back as a dad. Gorgeous wedding.
Yeah.
The dad-dar dance just hit different. I was an emotional wreck. Like, man, that's this girl. He's giving her away. That hit different. But recently, I don't want to get choked up talking about this. World War Z.
World War Z.
World War Z.
I actually just watched that the other day.
I
too.
watched it on the flight home from our cruise. And not even kidding, I had tears in my eyes
Yeah.
in the opening scene
Hard one to
where
watch.
they're running up the apartment complex trying to get to the helicopter.
Yeah.
The zombies are chasing them. He lets his family go first. He fights off a zombie. The zombie spits blood in his mouth. And he doesn't know what causes a turn yet. He just saw that guy on the street turn in 10 or 12 seconds after he got bit.
Right.
So he pushes the zombie away. He runs out. The family's all in the chopper. He runs out the door. I'm already getting chills. He runs to the edge, the ledge of the apartment complex, 10 stories up, with his toes hanging off. And he puts his hand out to his family.
Yeah.
And he
In
starts
case he
counting.
turns. Yeah.
And he's about to jump for his family.
In case
And that
he
made me
turns.
cry.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, your girl's right there.
Yeah.
And you think you have 10 seconds, you have 12 seconds to turn to a zombie. And he had already decided in those 12 seconds that he was going to jump off the building to save his family.
Wow.
That quick of a
It's actually
decision.
a great scene.
Like that quick of a decision. And I watched that and I was just like, yeah,
Makes sense.
man. And it just hit like I never even thought about that scene ever in my life.
Change your perspective.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I watched another movie, but that was the one that came to mind.
Can I tell you what's affected me since becoming a dad?
I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. I've been waiting for this forever.
You're just like,
you
what?
serious?
No.
Dang
When you'll be the first to find out, and yeah, it'll probably be on a podcast.
Please do, actually. Please keep it a secret until we're live on air. Please.
Your face right there was so funny.
Please.
You just went so serious so fast.
I was about to jump over there and kiss you.
You just,
Is it mine?
is it mine? No, yeah, nothing.
Okay.
No.
Damn. Please do it on air.
Your face.
Next question. What's your body count?
Is that really the question?
Like camera bodies. I'm dead serious. That's how it was phrased.
That's how it was phrased.
4, 5, 4 in the drone.
Yeah.
4 in a side chick.
Depends if you count the GoPro. Yeah, I think 4.
It's from AIV Films. If you guys want to give them a follow and send some hate.
Crazy.
All right, last question. Let me refresh. Make sure it's the last question.
Oh, that was hilarious.
All right, last question from Randy. I'd rather eat a Randy. Julian Smith.
Such a good
Carnivore. Not carnivore. When you eat somebody. What's that called?
Randy.
When you eat a human.
Cannibal.
Cannibalism.
Yeah.
What do you do if you're out of ideas, burnt out, or simply unmotivated to work?
Ooh,
And then we'll get to the past.
that's a tough one. 2 ways of approaching, I think. One, leaning more into social media. The other, leaning further out of social media.
Interesting.
Because so
Little
really
push-pull scenario.
nothing. No, I mean, I felt burnt out at times, and then I just find a piece that inspires me on like reels. And as much as I hate trending audios, sometimes I see a trending audio, I'm like, oh, I could do that. And there's no pressure.
Dude, when the trend has like good stuff.
Yeah,
and
when it's
everyone
actually
does
like
good stuff.
really cool and it's like not wedding related, I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna go out and do that.
Yeah.
And I go and do it, and it's all of a sudden you find this new spark of like, hey, I actually do like filming.
Yeah.
But what I usually find works better for me is actually just stepping away from social media, stepping away from just absorbing everyone else's work, because it's usually making me feel bad about myself, or just realizing like, oh, I'm not doing this. I need to change everything I'm doing. Like, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're most likely you're fine. You're doing things right. You just might need to step away. Maybe go on a little vacation.
Yeah.
Maybe just take a break for a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Just reset.
Love it.
Have a cloud couch night.
Yeah. Yeah, that same. I had nothing really to add, actually. I seriously, more so the second one. I do get really inspired on social media sometimes,
Same.
though.
Yeah. If I don't read the comments.
Yeah. But more so the second one of just like taking a step back from everything for a second,
Yeah.
appreciating the life I have and realizing I have to pay for it. And then it makes me want to go back out and work, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But also just like vacations, like seriously do me wonders. A good vacation like seriously heals me.
Dude, I think a good camping trip would.
Think so?
I think just an overnight boys camping trip.
Steak and potatoes.
Steak and potato tinfoil dinner.
We should go to Brokeback Mountain. His face. I'm joking. No, but yeah, seriously, R&R, a nice rest and recovery does me wonders. Or even just like a moving out with my wife, like our favorite things ever, or just opposite corners of the couch, watching a movie. We just love it. Like, it's just have our corner, have our blanket, or Chick-fil-A. Okay, actually, that's another one.
Chick-fil-A.
A good no, actually.
Where are you going with this?
Like cooking a good meal.
Oh, I agree.
Like, I'm not even
I
kidding.
agree.
Making a brisket or a tri-tip or
Dude.
pork for the boys, like,
100% agree.
I'm a different man afterward.
Dude, 100%
Yeah.
agree. Like, I don't know last month, I don't know what it was, what sparked this in me. It was midnight, and Kayla was going to bed, and I had some beef, and I'm like, I just want to cook a freaking steak tonight.
Wow.
And it was midnight, and I just shut off all the lights, throw on some moody lights, put in my headphones, and just slowly cooked this steak.
It's a vibe.
And I was like, I love life, and I felt so
Yeah.
relaxed. Something about cooking
Probably
some
woke
meat.
up so much happier.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, suck it, vegans.
Whatever
Oh.
reset. Yeah. What? Yeah. Whatever resets you. If you're a vegan,
Eating a good blade of grass. Picking a leaf
maybe
off a
some,
tree.
maybe some falafel.
Giving it a little
I don't
nibble.
know. Actually, no, baking some bread. I guess that would work. Even if you're a vegan, because I've found much joy in baking bread.
No, yeah. Actually, I might cook tonight then. I might go make some steaks, or I might. Nate's got me onto pizza. Had me buy the uni in the stainless steel thing. Might make some pizzas tonight.
Yeah.
Not very healthy though.
Yeah.
I'll cook steak.
Yeah.
Or chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cooking actually for me really,
Yeah.
really makes me happy.
I felt that the other day too.
Yeah.
All right. If you've made it this far,
Cherish.
first off, sorry. Second, welcome to the past. This is where we talk about some things that aren't fully developed, but hopefully developed by the time we talk it out and serve it. Hands.
Each time they get a little bit more risky.
Each
Nate's
time.
just pushing the boundary of me
All right. Jacob,
falling.
what's your view on abortion? Just kidding. Okay, but close. Artistic control.
Oh.
Okay. Tension over creative decisions, with some clients wanting more input into the video's style and editing, while videographers strive to maintain their artistic vision. So, boiled down, how does it make you feel when a client doesn't understand who owns the footage?
Bothers the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Bothers the hell right out of me.
Which,
actually.
I guess, does the client own the footage, or does the videographer/photographer own the footage?
If you walk in a restaurant and order a burger,
So last week, meaning last hour, we talked about the burger. Except it's like a steak instead of a burger.
Okay, two things.
Yeah.
I'll double dip into corporate and weddings.
Okay.
I think I've set a in my early years, which has come into Runaway Vows, an expectation with our couples
Mm-hmm.
of who's the boss, who owns the footage. Like,
No better way of saying it.
Yeah, I used to be very, what music do you want?
Right.
Like, what songs and what shots? And it makes my life easier, especially outsourcing edits, to say, no, I get in my contracts, full creative control.
Mm-hmm.
You're hiring me because you love what I do. Let me do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take all your advice about who's important, what details matter to you, what your vibes are. I will listen to the music you play for your processional and for your first dance and for your dance party. I will find those vibes, but I have control.
Right.
I am the director, the DP, the editor. I own it. And I really, truthfully, have never had a problem with it, except for in the beginning years when I was involving my brides way too much.
Yeah.
And I learned from that, and we've never had an issue with it since.
Yeah.
And if a couple's like adamant, I would love this song. The beauty of 2024 with Instagram is you can use that audio library and say, here's an Instagram teaser to your favorite song.
Right.
But that video has to live on Instagram. So that to that, with a corporate client, a whole different approach, because I'm no longer doing what I do. I'm trying to create their vision. I'm trying to bring their vision to life and this through the style they want using the skill sets I have. And so it's way different. They're way more involved. They usually will help with like music selections and they get final say. And I have to bend to every single request that they have no matter what.
So, which begs the second question. With commercial clients, when you are selling them a package, do you also bake in a usage fee / copyright?
I am probably not qualified to talk about this the way I think it should be talked about.
I respect that.
We should have Aaron on.
I don't know. Yeah, I asked that like truly.
My first thought would be no, I wouldn't make it in. But I'd first establish like, where is this footage being used? What do you want with it? Oh, you want it for like TV commercials? Okay, usage fee.
Right, because like if you go on like Tropic Color, right, they have their production sheets and like their pre-production proposals and things like that, and they list out everything.
Yeah.
And so I mean, they're listing out, insurance, they're like permits, they're listing everything, every single thing under the sun. And I want to say maybe there is like a usage.
Well, MusicBed does this. They have if you're using it for broadcasting, it's a premium.
Right. But like most of the time, at least our audience, they're not sending out like these huge, massive, like AC, whatever, grid, permit. It's just, here's my package per month. It's like 25, 3,000, whatever you're offering. Just should you take into account a usage fee and bake it in
for corporate clients
on top of like your daily rate and things like that?
You guys, I'm gonna actually commit to learning this.
Yeah, because I don't know either.
I'll reach out to people.
But yeah, on the wedding side,
makes sense too.
Yeah, it does make sense too. On the wedding side,
no,
that's just another. But that's also just another perk of working with wedding planners, because they know
and they'll handle that negotiation for you.
You're not. They're kind of the liaison between you and the couple.
More and more commonly, we're booking influencer people who they want to use their footage for their brand. Like they want their wedding footage to be like, they want to take clips from it, and and then their questions say, well, what if I like a clip of my wedding film, but it's too short for my TikTok I want to make, and I want more and more often, I think we want to create a package, thinking about calling it like the selects package for influencers, where it's basically like raw footage, but we'll like color it and make it pretty and give you like all the best, because you may not want like a parallax of like a flower in the field that we use for B-roll.
Right.
You just want like you shots and details, and so maybe we'll make like I don't know, color it and make it, but I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Guys, I will commit to learning it, and we will report back next week on the pass.
Yeah. And by the way, I don't tell Jake the past topics beforehand. These are just softballs.
Off the cuff.
Off the cuff right here. Pretty good take.
Yeah.
Pretty good take.
Yeah. It's a good one, actually. Stump me.
Artistic control.
Yeah, with brides,
it's black and
get
white.
Lost.
Yeah. For like black and white for brides.
Mothers of the bride trying to inflict their creative control.
Yeah, mothers of the bride, I have zero issue saying nah.
I don't know if I can say what I want to say.
They can still hear you.
Anyway. All right. My lip readers who are canceling me now. Some deaf guy watching. You just said. Why don't you read some Braille? Wait, that's blind. I'm ignorant.
All
I
right,
suck.
This is always this is where we
Sorry,
log
Cherish.
off. Sorry, Cherish.
All right. You
Sorry
guys
for making it here.
Next week we'll be in different outfits because this ends our batch recording session.
Yeah.
Our time is up.
Hope you had a good time.
And we love you. Bye.